pull the, well, actually, I'm going to let you pull a stool up.
Okay.
So I was thinking about something while James was speaking.
You're going to want to sit in this one, though, because your mic's on the right.
I won't be sitting.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
So, remember at the end of November, we went to Mexico and we did our goal setting?
Mm-hmm.
In case you've forgotten, I think we have a video.
Yes.
Yeah?
Gorgeous resort, by the way.
Do you have that notepad?
Huh?
Do you have that notepad?
The yellow pad?
Yeah. Is it in your bag?
I think so, yeah.
Adam, will you bring me his bag?
Seriously?
This is why you marry a high I.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So on this trip, we went through a couple of iterations of the Live Unreal formula that we use personally because we just went through the Live Unreal formula, which is pretty individual focused, but Jeff actually has several. So he has them that are specific to the different businesses. He has one that's personal. I have one that's personal. We have one for our family. And so I thought it would be really cool if we shared with all of these guys your Glover U Live Unreal formula.
Publicly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you need a minute?
Let me find it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that okay with you guys?
It's kind
I
of
can
long.
interview him. The stool's still here. If you're not into it. Is that okay? All right. But I can't start at the bottom of the page.
Huh?
I can't start at the bottom of the page.
You have to follow the formula.
I can't.
Why?
I can't. And I only have one color marker. I'm sorry.
So,
Okay, so-
by the way, go ahead. I mean, you want me to share all this?
Yeah.
Okay. So the bottom for money.
Or the top, depending on who you're asking.
No, the bottom. We started with money at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay.
So instead of money.
Instead of money, we identified the goal is 1,000 Glover U coaching clients. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then what would be
Transactions. So identified transactions as, just again, following the flow. In order to support and help 1,000 Glover U coaching clients, we need more coaches. And so I wrote down, instead of transactions, just the next level would be we have to have 30 coaches to handle that. And the thought process behind that, not that I expected to have to explain myself, so now I feel like I do, was, there's a lot of organizations that hire dozens and dozens or 50, 100 plus coaches. And, as you guys know, we've been very selective, thanks to our leadership team, mostly Kate, who is guards the bench, with her life. And so while most companies would probably say 1,000 clients, maybe 50 coaches or 80 coaches, I think we can do it with 30 because I'd like to think that our coaches are the best at what they do. So with 30 best-in-class coaches, we can handle 1,000 clients. Okay?
I just remember when we did this. So the next
Options. Yep.
So with 1,000 one-on-one coaching clients and 30 full-time Glover U coaches, what are your options?
Sharing these publicly?
That's kind of what we're doing here.
Okay. Here goes.
How many are there?
There are 9 under options. 9 options.
Okay.
So number 1, if we can accomplish this, we can pay back the debt from the company to me personally, which is about $500,000 in debt that I've written to essentially fund payroll, fund events. So pay back about $500,000. And that includes the $150 from last week just to make this event happen. Number 2, options. Spend every Monday in the office. That means moving forward, I'm saying no to all Monday opportunities to travel and speak and train.
Hooray.
So I can spend, Hooray, yeah, Kathy. So I can spend more time with our leaders and more face time with our associates. So every Monday in the office. So that means I'll say no to opportunities in the 2026 year. Option number 3.
Wait a minute, I'm still writing.
Yes, which means every Sunday night at home, yes. Okay, that is correct. I hate traveling on Sunday nights.
Got it.
No, I really do. I just feel like a bad, like a bad spouse, I guess, for traveling on Sunday nights. It feels irresponsible. But anyways, number 3. So it'll help me with that. Number 3, allow us to give healthy raises and create a few new roles/opportunities for others. Allow us to give healthy raises and create a few new roles and opportunities for others in 2026. Number 4, allow us to personally donate more to Glover's Heroes. That includes more time and money, which I know, given that you're leading that, you would like to see that happen.
So you guys come to dinner in Traverse City?
Yes, there'll be a Glover's Heroes dinner. Number 5, remodel/update 10-plus-year-old house. I've always wanted like a speakeasy library. So I wrote down that's one of my options. I want a speakeasy library vibe and a golf simulator.
Where are you going to put that?
You got the new bedroom and kitchen and all that stuff.
Where are you putting the golf simulator?
Upstairs somewhere, I don't know. Take out one of the bedrooms. Number 6, join the Detroit Athletic Club for both mental and physical health benefits. Level of conversations in that environment will help me stretch my own leadership lid and being around bigger thinkers. Plus, it's a very healthy environment, so it'll help me with my health. So join the DAC, I guess, if you want. Yep. Okay.
So what do you mean by that? Because I think a lot of people in the room probably know that you belong to a country club. So why would you need 2?
Well, because at a country club, the focus is like golf and drinking, which, don't get me wrong, is a great time. Yes, the higher level conversations do happen at country clubs, but the DAC and athletic clubs, most of you guys have big cities, they have clubs like that. They're more business conversations. There's a lot of networking functions that take place. At country clubs, there isn't like networking functions. There's parties, there's things that are more designed around entertainment, where at an athletic club, there's things that are designed more around business. Okay. I actually had somebody text me. I told them I was going to join the DAC this year. And he said, good, we can join bowling league together.
Okay.
I'm not a good bowler.
A lot of networking happening.
But that would be
in
an
the bowling
asterisk
lane?
under that one, bowling league. So I'm going to be gone on Sunday nights at bowling league. Sorry.
Okay, well, let's just go back to the interview.
Number 7. This year, take a trip to Lake Como for our anniversary and stay at the brand new Edition in Lake Como. We're big fans of Edition properties. I happen to think it's the best, for a Marriott brand, it is the best property that you can stay at, outside of the Westin Kierland, of course. Editions are beautiful. They're like if a Ritz-Carlton and a W had a baby. I mean, they are gorgeous. Okay?
So I want to add to that, because I think that when you are going through your Unreal Life formula, and when you go home, for those of you whose spouses aren't here, when you go home and you go through them with your spouses, one of the things that Jeff and I have started doing, and I think it's helping us travel more, it's made us more intentional about it, is we actually book our next trip. Maybe I learned this from you, actually. we actually book our next trip on the last night of the trip that we're on.
Yes.
And so on the last night of our honeymoon, we had dinner at the St. Regis Kenai, which is next door to the Edition, Riviera Maya. And we said, this place is gorgeous, we should stay here next time, and we booked it. The part that you didn't do that time is that you didn't actually tell Kelly that you booked it. And so then we had to move it because something else got put in the calendar. So very important, you put it in your calendar.
Yes.
If it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. And so when we were at the St. Regis Kenai, you know how when you walk in the room, the video's playing in the hotel?
Oh, yeah.
And it shows you the new ones? We saw Lake Como.
Yeah. It's
I
on these
Googled,
TV
when
channels.
should I go to Lake Como? They said August. I said anniversary, say less. And so we booked it while we were there.
Yeah, that's
So I
a good rule of
recommend
thumb.
doing that because then you have the next thing that you're working toward.
Yes. So always book your next trip on your current one. I like that. Number 8, and this is probably not like closing on it, but certainly putting a big deposit and starting the plans for this. Speaking of the Edition hotel brands, they just announced a new Edition in Detroit, in downtown Detroit. And so I just wrote down condo at the Edition in downtown Detroit because the city of Detroit has had a special place in my heart. Years ago, I put a deposit down on the Weston Book Cadillac when they first announced that they were going to start redeveloping the city, and I was number 2 in line for that. So a condo at the Edition in Detroit will be, the next move there, and it is kind of interesting when you think of the Edition brand. They're in like exotic cities. I mean, like Miami and LA and New York and Lake Como and Detroit. So we'll see what it looks like, but it looks like it's going to be pretty cool.
Detroit.
Okay, number 9.
Number 9.
2 trips a month, just on the weekends, because the other weekends I still need to produce. 2 trips a month to Miami to stay on the boat, which we've been pretty consistent with that, I would say, already, but just making sure that that happens every month, not just when we think about it. Okay? To Vivi, yeah, that's the name of the boat, Vivi e Reali. Live
What
Unreal
does that mean?
In Italian. Live Unreal in Italian. It's an Italian boat. Okay, that's all I have for options for 2026. Do you want to move to the next one?
That's all?
Well, yeah, we have best self now.
Okay.
Oh, that's all. We have best self. So best self, I didn't really write this thinking I was going to share this from the stage, so these are not necessarily in particular order. Some of them are probably, vulnerable, I guess. Number 1 is health. I wrote down health before wealth. 30 minutes of physical activity, 5 days a week for my heart health especially. I like kind of flip-flop. Over the last couple of years, I've learned to figure out how to not necessarily consume more vegetables because I'm not a vegetables guy, but I have figured out how to eat less. We share meals. Like I have cut a lot of my calories in half. And I used to be really consistent with working out, and I've kind of just like hit or miss, like when I feel like it. And so I really think, for me personally, I need to look at working out as like just a part of the job. Like we go to work 5 days a week, we work out 5 days a week. And so I think that that's really going to help me mentally with it this year. And
Well, it used to be a consistent part of your schedule.
Huh?
It used to be a consistent part of your schedule.
Yes, before travel, it was always at lunchtime. Traveling obviously makes it hard, but that's no excuse. So that, with eating less, by the end of 2026, I should be in better shape than I am today.
Are you asking them to hold you accountable to that?
Well, you're going to have to hold me accountable. Yeah, you're going to have to hold me accountable to that. So I'm going to have to post selfies every morning for my story now.
You don't have to do that.
Okay. All right. Number 2, I wrote down under time. I have a couple under time. Be a more present stepfather on days when I'm in town. I definitely can help with Maddox's tasks and also leadership. I think when you're entering into a situation where there's a father, I don't know about any of you that might be in that situation, but I kind of feel like, well, he's got a dad, like I'm just the cool guy, And so I think I can probably be more of a leader to him, and I tend to help you with that. Okay? Because the kid could definitely use some more discipline. Let me tell you.
That's literally what I say to your mom about you.
Cute. Okay. Number 3, time. Continue the streak in 2026 of not going more than 3 nights apart. And also 2 date nights per week. The classic 1 is not enough. 2 date nights per week. Okay.
Do you want to explain the 3 nights thing? Because that probably sounds weird to people.
Yeah, so obviously you guys know with what I do for Glover U now, I have to be on the road a lot. And, early on in our relationship before we decided to get married, we had some pretty hard conversations about, she said to me, hey, this is not what I signed up for, you being gone this long. And to which I always responded with, I didn't know that it was going to take off this quick, and I didn't think I was going to be gone as much as I'm gone. And so we figured the compromise is we never go more than 3 nights apart. So if I'm in Boise, Idaho, or Cincinnati, Ohio, it doesn't matter where I am on that 3rd night, she will fly to whatever city, we'll have dinner that night, and she'll either come with me to the next city, or she'll fly home when I go to speak that morning. So that's what that means. Okay.
I've been in a lot of your cities, and you guys didn't even see me, but you guys have some really nice Outbacks.
Yes. There's not a lot of Capital Grills in a lot of these towns. All right, number 4, time. Utilize private aviation at least twice a month to gain additional nights at home and days in the office. I just did a little math. Twice a month works out to 12 more hours per month if you subtract time spent waiting for TSA, people boarding, unboarding, or about 144 hours a year that I will get back. So that way I can spend more time with the people that matter most to me. And those are obviously being in the office, being present on Mondays, being with my family. That'll help with that. Number 5.
Under time?
Huh?
Are we still under time?
No. Oh, there is one more. Yeah, there is one more under time. Sorry, it's out of order. Give away more day-to-day tasks to be a more present leader so I can stop failing everyone a little bit. Number 5 or whatever?
I think you should say that again.
You may repeat it. Give away more day-to-day tasks to be a more present leader so I stop failing everyone just a little bit. Okay, and then lastly, the last one under best self is leadership. Hire a leadership coach and mentor. I've actually already started the process of deciding who I want to be my next leader and mentor. And so in 2026, I want to execute on that because I need to continue raising my lid. That was best self. Okay. And then finally, unreal life. Unreal life. To watch those in my world living their most unreal lives, because I know if that happens, then by default, I'll be living mine.
So what does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
What does it mean? Well, for starters, by doing things like this and, going back to the original number, that means I'll get to watch more people living their most unreal lives, not just our leadership team or our staff or our agents, but people who are in business with us. So, yeah.
And what does that mean for opportunities for other people?
Well, kind of like you said during your talk, creating a bigger world so that everyone can, move forward with whatever goals they have. whatever it is they want to accomplish. I've been very fortunate I've had a lot of great leaders in my life, and mentors, and people that I've benefited personally from their mentorship and just being around them. And the one thing, when you hear the saying, because it's not like our saying, it's been around, the saying, like, create a world so big that everyone can fit theirs in it. That's like a generic, motivational rah-rah thing to some degree, but really, I've unfortunately experienced, some leaders that have maybe said that or felt that way until I've started to succeed too much. And I commit to be the leader that will always make sure that when we say that, it means there is no ceiling, there is no limit on that. Because when I think about some of the things that maybe have, I don't know if bothered me is the word, but probably bothered me because it's things I think about a lot. So I guess if you think about it and it's negative, it bothers you. Huh?
You're still thinking about that? It's the first time I've ever gotten to use that.
No, it's just it's when we say it, we mean it, because I've experienced the other side of it, which is, yes, world as big as you want until it gets too big. And now that our world is getting bigger and bigger, just as a leader myself, I'm experiencing that wasn't actually true. And so I promise and commit to never put a ceiling on anybody. And when we mean it, we mean it. So I think about, we have a lot of great associates and leaders that want to do different things. I mean, I just had a conversation with Kate Simon 2 weeks ago about, wanting to create something for helping people with their home and their family life. And the conversation was, well, I don't know. No, it was like, I love it. Let's see how we can work together to help you build it. And I think that needs to be the response every time, no matter who brings an idea or a thought. So.
How does it feel when you've taken ideas to people and that's not what you were met with?
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel sincere. It doesn't feel, that their heart is in the right place, I guess. I don't know. So that's my own real life. For 2026. Okay? Thank you.